Our severe weather team 9 coverage starts right now, and we are in the hardest hit areas impacted by this severe storm. What we now know was a tornado in our area. Good afternoon. I'm Darlene Jones.
I'm Greg Warmouth. Just look at the destruction of this Longwood home behind us. This is what happens when you're hit by a 115-mile-per-hour wind. We have a before photo and then what it looked like after the EF tornado, which was an EF2, roared through the community for about 2 minutes. This is the Whispering Wind subdivision just off of Markham Woods Road, again in Longwood, which is Seminole County. We begin our severe weather team 9 coverage with Sabrina Majori live in that neighborhood. Miraculously, Sabrina, no one was hurt here.
And Greg, people in this community had just minutes to take cover as this EF2 hit them. I want to give you an extent of the damage we are seeing behind us. Look at this, just piles and piles of tree limbs all down on this road here. Now, if you keep walking to me, we can show you some of the damage we're seeing to homes here. If you look at this home behind me here, you can see behind this large tree that's been uprooted, the damage of this, the roof completely torn down below us there. You can also see several shingles missing and out of place. And if you keep following us over here, this is one of the most damaged homes. Look at this structure. It is collapsed from the impact here. Lots and lots of devastation and lots of cleanup now underway in this community. I want to show you some Ring doorbell footage of the moment that tornado hit here. Take a look at those ferocious winds. The National Weather Service says through this Whispering Wind subdivisions, those winds reached 115 miles per hour. And look at the drone video, giving you another look at this damage. You can see the collapsed home, lots of roofs in the neighborhood with those missing shingles, large oak and magnolia trees down pretty much everywhere, tarps on roofs, tarps draped over roofs. We spoke to several neighbors here who told us just how quickly this tornado ripped through their community. It was only on the ground for about 5 minutes. But neighbors described hearing this freight train-like sound as that tornado hit.
Then today, everything was just ripped out of the ground and shuffled like a big old, clumpled piece of paper that was just thrown to the side. It's just crazy to see that it can go from one thing to the next within a matter of just minutes.
And again, you can see the cleanup now underway in this community. It's been happening pretty much all morning since this did hit around 9:30. Lots of cleanup still to go, but this neighborhood told us that they are resilient. The community members told us that they are all working together. There are lots of hugs between neighbors as they go ahead and try and make sure that they clean this all up and get it looking back to normal. But for now, reporting live in Longwood, I'm Sabrina Majori, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Wow, just incredible to see this damage here from above. And again, the good news here, and we love to be able to report this part of the story, is that no one was hurt. Everyone still has life here after the storm. The National Weather Service, of course, confirmed just about 2 hours ago that this was an EF2 tornado that touched down in Seminole County. The Weather Service says the peak winds during the storm were about 115 miles an hour.
These are the type of tornadoes that have us most concerned, and we want to make sure people heed those warnings whenever they receive them so that they can get to the right place at the right time to potentially save their own life.
Yeah, I heard it also through our WFTV app, that alarm bell just going off warning us about this storm. He also stressed how rare a tornado of this strength is here in Florida, saying we normally see nothing more than an EF1 tornado, Greg.
Yeah, wild day. Let's continue our severe weather team coverage now with one of our new additions to Eyewitness News, who's no stranger to covering big stories here in Central Florida. We're so glad she's with us, Valerie Boy. And welcome, Valerie. You are in Longwood, and you spoke with some residents who actually lived through this.
Yes, I did. I'm actually at a home that's right outside the subdivision that got hit, but take a look at all this debris right behind me. You can see trees are down right by that front door over there. And over here, well, the homeowner's been busy picking up screens, because if you look around back to his backyard, take a look at that lanai. It is just a huge mess out there.
The lanai's gone and trees are gone.
As Richard Parkinson shows us damage to his home, he says his wife was inside when the weather alert went off and a storm hit.
My wife was home, and she called me and said she heard a loud bang. So she had 20 seconds to get into a closet with the dogs.
According to Seminole firefighters, a couple in this home that collapsed also took cover.
Fortunately for them, they got the alert, Seminole alert, saying there was a tornado coming through and that they needed to seek shelter immediately, which they did, and they were in their safe room when it happened, and they were very lucky to survive.
It's pretty catastrophic, yeah, like lots of damage.
As rescuers survey damage, crews get ready to make repairs for homeowners.
She was pretty frantic, so of course we come right this way so we could get her taken care of and get her house covered up.
Firefighters say no one was injured. Richard is relieved about that.
Like I said, we can replace property. We can't replace lives.
And there's certainly a lot to be cleaning up. Now, coming up at 5, we're going to hear about concerns about the time it took to get the weather alert allowed. Reporting live in Longwood, Valerie Boy for Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
All right, thank you. And again, welcome to Valerie, to the Eyewitness News team. We continue to receive videos and photos from those who were caught in the middle of the storm. Pamela Tompkins was driving down I-4 when visibility suddenly dropped to 0, and then those winds picked up.
Hey, we're in the middle of a tornado. Love all you guys. Not sure what size it is or anything. Hopefully it's just a little one. A lot of debris. Pretty scary.
Yeah, and listening to the National Weather Service earlier, they talked about how that storm system just moved there over toward the Lake Mary area where she is taking this video there on I-4. Thankfully, she was able to make it home safely.
And here you can see some of the damage that EF2 tornado left behind this morning in Seminole County. Representatives from the fire department as well as Seminole County Emergency Management spoke today after the storm died down to provide some important updates on the damage, potential injuries, power outages, and the importance of staying alert.
That's the importance of quick alerts, having a weather radio, some type of device where you can get a tornado warning, going into that safe location.
The National Weather Service again confirmed the tornado was on the ground for nearly 2 minutes, packing a punch of 115 miles per hour.
And we continue our severe weather Scene 9 coverage in Longwood with Channel 9's Nick Papantonis. And Nick, that area is known for a lot of trees, and you found quite a bit of damage there behind you.
Darlene, we came across this scene just in the last 15 minutes here. It starts with that large tree that's in front here on the front house side of this house. That's over. It's one of dozens of trees that are down on this very block alone. You can see the roof on this house took a beating as well. And then, like I said, it's just dense, full of trees. This scene, this tree on the driveway here, you can just see how big that is. Thankfully, it fell in what we would call the correct direction away from the structure here, but it's just person after property. Let's, Andrew, go over here. There's a tree crew on this next neighboring property with one that's equally as big. We're showing you from the ground here. The best visuals, as we've been showing you, are happening a couple of blocks away from us, and that's from the air.
The Monday morning destruction seen from Drone 9 appearing almost unreal. One house among dozens near Blue Iris Place in Longwood flattened. Its neighbors having overturned trees and fences, but otherwise spared. Cars in the house's driveway appearing as if its owners were about to leave. The tailgate of one SUV raised. An operation interrupted by the hurricane-force winds that came from above. The owners escape just as the roof and second floor of the 3,200 square foot building crashed down on the first. The tailored path of damage, a signature of a confirmed EF2 tornado, picking up pieces of siding, roof tiles, and belongings from within and scattering them until the funnel left as quickly as it came.
And the air here in this community is just full of chainsaws, engines, motors. Everybody is out right now picking up. It has been an all-day effort out here. There's still quite clearly a lot of room to go. I have been told that there was an equal amount of destruction last year around this time when another storm blew through. A lot of people have said to me that they had crews that they used back then. Those crews were out here first thing in the morning, knocking on doors, offering their services again, and homeowners say they were more than glad to see those faces and take that help, even as they're doing their best to clean up the smaller stuff, leaving those bigger ones to the professionals. Live in Seminole County, Nick Papantonis, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.